Hey guys, it's J Star Wars 360 here with some movie news. But first, I just realized this is the first time the chalkboard behind me has had writing on it. Oh well. And sorry if I keep doing that. I always feel like the sunglasses are falling off my face. But anyway, without further ado, movie news. So, I was originally going to save this for Friday, do like movie news of the week, but then I realized this news that came out is actually really big. It's not like minor news I can just clump together into mention on Friday. Plus, everyone on the internet's been talking about this, so I figured I may as well jump in, give my 2 cents now, and not wait until Friday. So, in case you haven't heard, there's a sequel coming out to last summer's Man of Steel, which is the Superman and Batman movie, which it was supposed to come out in summer of 2015, but it's been delayed to May of 2016. And I just thought I'd give my thoughts on that. Now, I'm not going to bother with a source for this one. If you just go onto IMDb and look up Batman versus Superman, or I forget if it's Superman versus Batman or Batman versus Superman. But if you Google one of those, you will get the release date, so I don't feel the need to put a source in that. But anyway, so it's been delayed, and you want to know my thoughts on it. It just confirms my doubt that they have no clue what the fuck they're doing. If they need to delay it, not just by a couple months, like a couple months just means, you're concerned about production, or you need a bit more time to shoot. But this is like almost an entire year, which means they really need to do it. Which means I'm guessing they probably need. I have a theory, which is that they just want to do a full rewrite of the script, which would make sense. But at the same time, that would beg the question that why would they just so confidently announce Batman and Superman for 2015 if they had no clue what the fuck they were doing? Did they just realize it now? Or has this just been like they thought they could do it, but then they didn't? But anyway, and also, if they're rewriting the script, they've already cast everyone. They've already cast Ben Affleck as Batman, so do they need to redo that? I don't know. But as far as delaying it, I think that's a smart move. I'd rather have them take their time and try to make the best film they could possibly be, something that could go head-to-head with the Marvel movies, than just rush. Because every decision they've made with this sequel has sounded rushed. The fact that they're just immediately jumping into Superman and Batman. Like, we barely got to know Superman. Like, there's still so much story to tell, and yet we're already introducing Batman. Then we learn Wonder Woman's in it. Then there's the possibility it's going to be Justice League. Just the concept that the next movie could be Justice League just seems a little rushed, and it just seems like DC not caring and trying to play catch up. So I think it's happy that they're actually taking their time, because at the end of the day, when this movie comes out, we're not going to remember whether or not it was delayed. We're going to remember whether or not it did well. Like, take Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, for example. That film was originally supposed to come out in November of 2008, but they delayed it to the summer, July 2009. And the reason why they did that was because I can't remember exactly what was coming out that year, but there were a lot of big movies coming out, and Warner Bros. Was afraid Harry Potter might lose money to the others, so they just moved to July where they're much more open. So that's good. Also, I think it's better for Warner Bros. Not that it necessarily matters. I'm going to go see the movie regardless of what I think of it, just because it's Batman and Superman. And I'm really curious to see how this movie's going to turn out, good or bad. But I'll do that in it's weird to think, like 3 or 4 years from now. Like two and a half years from now, when the movie gets close and I have to do my thoughts going into it. But I digress. So, so it's at the beginning of May, which means it's going to be like it could be the first big summer blockbuster. I know Marvel has a movie coming out then, but I forget what its release date is versus. Actually, hang on, let me look that up. Just give me a second. Sorry if I'm doing this, but some stuff just pops into my head. Let's see, some Marvel movies. Alright, so there's an unrevealed Marvel Studios film coming out in 2016. It doesn't say the release date, but point is, if it's coming out early May, it's first big summer blockbuster, and those usually tend to do pretty well because most people aren't. I mean, not to insult everyone, but most people aren't that critical of film. I mean, usually when the first big movie comes out in early May, that everyone usually goes see that because it's the first big movie of the summer. It's like, yeah, summer. Ow, sorry. There's like a computer monitor right here or something. Don't ask me why. And I just banged my fist against my screen. But everyone's like, yeah, it's summer. Let's go see the first big movie. I mean, everyone's pumped. And the lesser movies, I mean, there's always big hits in the summer, but usually the first one tends to bring in a lot of numbers. I mean, last summer, Iron Man 3 wound up being the highest grossing movie of the year. The year before that, we had Avengers. First Iron Man opened one summer, and Spider-Man 2's opening is going to be the opener of next summer, so that should do well. But yeah, I think that could also be DC. They might be afraid it will be a bit clustered in the middle of July, and December obviously doesn't work for them because of Star Wars. I guess they figured May would be the best release date, and since there hasn't been that much claimed for May, although, again, from what I hear, Marvel has some movie planned for that time, although they haven't announced what. Now, another theory I have is, and this just popped into my head, what if there's going to be something in between? What if we get an announcement at some point, then 2015 we're going to get either a Man of Steel sequel or a Batman movie. And the reason why they delayed it is because they realized they needed something else in between. Again, this could be totally crazy, I could be completely wrong, but it just popped in my head just now that could possibly be it. And that could be. But again, I'm sure we won't know the details of the production until after the movie's done. Kind of like with Star Wars and how, they are in the midst of writing it, but we're not going to know the details of what the original ideas were until later. But yeah, as of right now, we really don't know what's going on. We don't have any footage, and it sounds like they need to do something big if they need to delay it that long. But yeah. So good move on DC's part in terms of realizing they fucked up and delayed it. As to whether or not it'll make the movie any better or worse, we'll have to see. But yeah, so I'm happy to delay. I'm a little annoyed that I have to wait a year, but again, I really wasn't expecting much. I was just more interested to see what it would be like than if it would be good. And yeah, so Superman, Batman delayed. Are you pissed off that you have to wait a whole another year? Or are you like, yes, they're actually taking their time on this? Please comment and let me know. And if you like what you see here, what Jeremy John says, like, dislike, subscribe, yada, 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 yada. I really need to find some better way to end the video so I don't sound like a broken record. But anyway, this is JStars360 signing out.